Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again another reaction for you guys. Today guys, of course, we are continuing the journey of X-Men Evolution. This is Season 1, Episode 4, Mutant Crush. Now, I don't know if that's referring to Shadowcat, Kitty Pryde, and Nightcrawler, because Nightcrawler was definitely crushing on her last week, and at the end of the episode, she seemed to start liking him more, due to the fact that he was trying his best to save Rogue and everything, or try to stop her from running away, and all that. So, I don't know, maybe that's referring to that, or something else, who knows. But last week's episode was really, really cool. Besides the fact that Rogue was introduced, which was really cool, and the fact that potentially, I'm just theorizing here, that Mystique is related to Rogue somehow, whether it's Rogue is Mystique's daughter or some other connection, whether it's Magneto's daughter and they're retconning that. I don't know. I don't know. I was theorizing that in the review during last week's episode. But, and it ended, of course, with Rogue technically not really being on Mystique's side, but I don't know. But I also like the fact that Mystique actually went out and was actually doing stuff besides just pretending to be the principal or whatever. She was actually going out and pretending to be Wolverine and Storm to scare Rogue away from the X-Men showing up, because she was told by the woman who was watching over Rogue, you know the X-Men are coming. You know Professor X and the team are going to be coming. So Mystique was trying to, persuade Rogue to steer clear because they're the bad guys. They're the bad people. And it ended with Rogue, taking over Storm's powers and still having Nightcrawler's powers, and then causing all these storm type stuff with the wind and the lightning, and then poofing and going away. So yeah, but she's now in the same school as them, so I don't know how that's going to work out, because Avalanche is at the school now, Rogue's at the school. Eventually they're going to run into each other. Scott, Nightcrawler, they're going to run into Rogue and Avalanche at some point, and Kitty as well. If she's going to that school, which I'm guessing she is, all this is going to come to a head. So I'm guessing it's all going to build up. We'll see what happens. But anyways, let's get into now episode 4 of X-Men Evolution, season 1. Let's go. Texas State Fair? Where are we located at in the show? Blob. Okay, Blob. Is he going to hold those trucks in place? That's exactly what he's doing. Oh my God. That was pretty cool. Oh, he's gonna fall over, yep. She's not laughing. Oh. You mad there, buddy? You mad? Yeah.
If you're from the circus, you can forget it.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Come on. Oh, shit.
And this will be your schedule for the semester. Any questions, Mr. Dukes?
I don't know if I can do school again.
I can make sure of it.
Did she actually reveal herself to him in terms of who she really is?
Where am I supposed to be?
Where am I supposed to be?
How about a sideshow?
Uh-oh.
Hi.
Hi.
New here.
Stop. Yeah.
I'm Jean Grey. What do your friends call you?
Don't know. Never had any friends.
Well,
My
that's
name
sad.
is Fred. Fred Dukes.
Don't worry. The first day is always the roughest. It gets better. I'll see
It
you
gets
around.
better. Maybe. School sucks, though.
And that leaves you.
Rogue.
And you.
Oh.
Great. Now, I want you to get together with your scene partner and rehearse. You perform on Tuesday.
Hey, you okay with this?
I'm not afraid of you. Is that humongous guy the one you and Logan went to see Saturday night?
Yes.
Yeah, Fred. He's okay.
Who said anything about a plane? Now load it up.
Load it up. Just keep adding food.
I gotta play a romantic scene with a girl who thinks we tried to kill her.
Yeah.
She's gonna have to be some kind of actress.
Are they going to address the fact that she's there now? Oh, crap. Oh, no. Oh, this is bad. They're laughing at him. Oh, he's going to get really mad. Yep. Oh, food fight. It's a food fight now.
I'm skipping dessert.
Bye-bye. Swinging that table. Uh-oh.
Put the table down, Fred. Scott, don't you have to get to class?
Yeah. This break the tension.
Real close.
Y'all really look out for each other, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, we do that.
What's going on here?
Nothing.
In the park after school. And bring the playbook with you.
Oh, the play thing, yeah.
You can get training.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I could. Okay, yeah.
I learned to control my gifts.
Wow! You can
That was
really
cool.
pound people with that.
No,
Well,
Fred, that's what we learned not to do. I know the professor would like to meet you.
I mean,
Just let me know when
he's
you're
willing to help anybody. So
Think about it.
yeah, he's. Oh yeah, he's ripping the. Yep. Oh yeah, he's really mad about that. So that's the mutant crush. He has a crush on Jean.
I mean, would you like to... want to get a soda or something?
Soda.
Oh, sorry, Fred, I
Oh.
can't. I got some stuff I gotta do.
Best you could come up with? Stuff?
Taryn, you better go on without me. And that means I can't go with you right now.
But you're my friend.
I thought so, but friends don't hurt each other.
You gotta go out with me.
I don't
Out.
wanna
Okay, they
go
went from soda
anywhere
to go
but
out.
home.
Ooh. Okay, this is bad. This is bad. Oh shit. She got hurt.
Your table's ready.
Oh my god. Oh, this is not creepy at all.
That's it, Elf-Bite.
There you go.
All away from the elf.
Elf.
Concentrator.
Nice.
Jean, stay calm. We'll find you. She's been kidnapped. You, elf, get sight
Elf,
on.
let's go.
You like me, Kate?
Pardonnez-moi? I cannot tell what is like me.
An angel is like you, Kate. And you are like an angel.
Wish I could get close to somebody. But you know what happens when I do.
Yeah, we're very well. Oh shit.
Whoa! Easy on the exquisite costume, mein Freund. Wolverine's on the scent.
You know anything about this?
No.
And even if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Then I hope you can live with your conscience.
I've been in mental contact with Jean, but she has
Yeah.
no idea where she is.
Yeah, where did he take her?
Tell us that she...
The car and okay,
This
the
is gonna be
Jeep or
the
whatever.
best night you've ever had. I've got a surprise for you.
Oh shit.
I found him. The
Oh,
old iron
communication.
works in the south end. I'm going in. Logan, wait for backup.
Yeah, oh, the X, nice. Ooh. He's mad. He is fucking pissed. Oh. Sneak attack. Damn.
We're just giving her a way out.
Ooh, he's taking it. Damn. Was that Rogue? That was Rogue. Oh shit. What's he gonna do with that? It's Rogue. It's Rogue. I'm so happy.
What you gonna do to me?
Oh shit.
You're just garbage that wanted a date. Now tell you what, I'm taking you out. There you go. I only took a short-term dose of your power. You should be back to normal soon. My name's not Kate, and I'm no angel. But you helped us.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. I just don't know. Hey, wait!
She ain't ready.
She's not
Trust
ready.
me on
But
this.
that was good that she showed up, though. That was good. Another great episode of X-Men Evolution. I'm really enjoying the show. I really am. I do have a couple questions, though, in terms of what characters know in terms of our heroes. Like, what do they know about the other characters that are randomly just now in their school? Because it wasn't really addressed, but it's just like, okay, they just are just going with it. I have a couple questions about that, but I'll get to that in a little bit. I overall enjoyed this episode. This was really, really fun. And I like the fact that in this, it opens up with the Blob at some sort of monster truck event, and he's holding the two trucks, and then he pulls them together and everything. People are cheering, and then they start laughing as he falls over. But Mystique, as the principal, but you would think that she'd be somebody else, but I guess in order for the younger audience to keep up with what's happening, they keep her in the principal look, in terms of like the principal, so that people are not confused when she's showing up as somebody else and then turning into Mystique. Because the way the episode, or at least the storyline in the opening played out, she's there seeing the Blob, seeing Fred perform, And then a couple rows behind her is Jean Grey and Wolverine, and they were going to go talk to Fred. And then, of course, there's the principal, and then Wolverine sees her. I think Jean even sees her as well. The principal, as the door is closing, because Fred, the Blob, is going to talk to her. So I'm guessing they know the principal is somebody they don't trust or something. That's one of the questions. Like, do they know who the principal is, or do they have an inkling of who the principal is, or if the principal is just to not be trusted or something, or do they know that it's Mystique? I'm assuming that he would have recognized her scent, because Wolverine said in episode 3, last week's episode, that she can change her look, but she can't change her scent. Like, he can tell it's her. So I'm guessing, without it being said, they know the principal is Mystique, because he was that close to her, that he would have to know that's Mystique, right? And Jean sees her. I think Jean, I have to go back and watch that, but I'm pretty sure Jean recognized her, because I'm pretty sure she was in the doorway as well. Maybe it was just him, but I'll have to go back and watch that again. So he's just at the school now, and the whole title Mutant Crush is about him crushing on Jean Grey. Now, the third act of this episode was action-packed. Like, I wasn't expecting... I was expecting, as it was continuing with the storyline, that Fred, the Blob, he was going to eventually do something because he was crushing on Jean. He gets really upset. He gets mad so fast, which I get it, because if he's been made fun of constantly, he has a short temper, he's going to get mad. Of course, we had that food fight, like, in the middle of the episode, which was quite funny. There are a lot of people running out the doors, though. There was a lot of food fighting stuff. He's swinging around a table and stuff, and Jean's trying to stop it or whatever, and she's trying to be nice, and then, of course, when she's been nice to him for so long, he's like, you want to get a soda with me? He's being all shy, but he's like, and she's like, I can't. She's not trying to be rude, it's just like she has stuff she has to do outside of school, like she's part of Xavier's institution, like, she's a part of this team, like she has things to do. Plus, they introduced a character, I don't think she's going to play an important role, but I think her name was Taryn or something, that she was walking with, wasn't anybody that's, as far as we know, is a mutant. And it shows that she has people that she communicates with outside of Cyclops and the other characters, part of the Professor X's, team, essentially, or what they're building within Professor X's mansion and everything. So she has other responsibilities. And she even says, I have other responsibilities. I can't just go with you. He's holding on to her, dragging her around and shit. And then eventually, of course, kidnaps her when she gets hurt because she's like throwing stuff at him. He's just like, whatever. And then, of course, he ties her up and has her like some sort of medal or something around her, holding her to a chair and wanting to treat her to a romantic dinner, which is creepy as hell. But that third act was really interesting. I'll get to it in a second. So I don't want to jump too far into that, because I was expecting Rogue, but I'm glad that she showed up. I'll talk about that in a second. So another question I have about the continuity and kind of what they know. Rogue is just there. She's sitting behind Scott. Okay, it's not like, Rogue and Avalanche was not referenced in this episode, because Kitty had a little bit of a role in this episode, but we still haven't seen Avalanche since episode 2. So I'm assuming at some point we're going to run into him, because that was even a questioning in the intro of this video. Okay, at some point they're going to have to acknowledge and address the fact that Rogue is now in the school, Avalanche is now in the school, Kitty has to recognize him at some point, and Jean, of course, knows him as well. Like, at some point they have to address this. So Rogue's sitting behind Scott. They get paired together for some sort of play or some sort of thing they have to perform. And it's not even addressed that she's now in the school now. That they traveled to go to her in the last week's episode, and then it's just not addressed at all that she's in the school now. So I'm wondering, was that something they were planning on including, but it wasn't? Or maybe they don't want to... I don't know, because I feel like they could dive more in depth with that, because they'd be questioning, okay, so how come Rogue is now here? We literally went to go find her and potentially have her stop running away and try to help her and everything, and now she's in the school that we're going to now, but she's not a part of us. I wish they would address it. I wish they could dive deeper into it, but they just kind of passed through it, I guess. I'm guessing maybe because younger audiences are just going to go with it, like it is what it is. But for me, as somebody who's watching the show for the first time, I would like to know, like, what they really think about it. Like, oh, you're sitting behind me. Like, Scott's like, you're behind me now? You're here in my school? It's not really addressed. But maybe Kitty, when she runs into Avalanche, will address that. Maybe there is some sort... Maybe. I don't know. But seeing the little exercise between Kitty and Nightcrawler as they're running around with the football and everything and going back and forth, that was kind of fun. But the turning point of the episode where Blob Fred takes Jean Grey, and you see how angry Wolverine gets, because he doesn't just come in there and start asking questions. He tears down that door with an X, of course, and just runs in screaming, really angry. I think he was even more angry at this situation than he was when he ran into Sabretooth in episode 2. He was fucking mad. And I think it's because he's really protective of these kids. Even though he's complaining about, really kids. Like, you can tell he's kind of annoyed at the younger kids. But at the same time, he's really protective. He was so angry. But it makes sense. But we also get to see how strong Blob is. Like, we saw, of course, when holding the two monster trucks, and they're pulling away from him, and he's in the middle holding on, and he brings them together. But when we get to see him withstanding their powers, Wolverine's like nothing to him. He's grabbing onto him. He's slamming on the ground. It's like, I can't breathe. He gets hit with Scott's beams, right? Nothing. They both get knocked out. Wolverine and Cyclops. The turning point, because Jean even throws a filing cabinet at him. He throws it back at her. She stops right before it hits her in the face. Because realistically, that would have hurt her really bad. Maybe even killed her. Because how strong he is, and who knows how strong of a throw that was, that filing cabinet back at her. It could have killed her if she didn't stop it. Rogue, kind of swipes on Scott's face. It wasn't like a hold, because she held on to Blob, right? She swiped. It was like a little spark or whatever. Some sort of some sort of energy. Swipe has the beams, and that distracted him. But then she held on to Blob for a good bit. Like, held on. And he was still strong as hell, though. But she threw him. And then this is a thing that I was curious about. Because Scott, when he shot his beams, didn't really do anything. It distracted him because Blob was holding a gigantic thing. I don't know what he's going to... I guess he was going to kill Jean, I guess. I don't fucking know. He was just grabbing this giant thing and walking towards the room where she's in. But then the distraction by Rogue using Scott's powers. When she absorbs him, he's like, you can't take all this. I'm stronger than anything, or whatever. And then she hits him with the beam, and then shoots him straight up, and he's flying. Like, he's actually being affected. Like, he's being sent straight into the air, far away. And my question is, since she absorbed his powers, and since she still had Scott's beams, did that make the beam stronger because she had the Blob's powers also absorbed? I'm guessing yes, because Scott hitting him, he was deflecting it. It didn't matter. He threw Wolverine into him. It didn't matter. But then when she hits him as a distraction, he drops that giant machine or whatever. It didn't do anything. But then when she absorbs his powers and then shoots him straight up in the air, and he flies off into that, like, garbage pit or whatever, that garbage area, and all the birds are like squawking, "Stop laughing at me!" I'm thinking that Scott's like beams that she absorbed, that she took from his abilities, and then absorbing Blob, his power, his strength, increased the strength of the beams. I'm guessing. I'm just guessing. Now, I was expecting that she was going to end up maybe going with them and actually staying with them, but she's like conflicted, and she's like, I don't know, okay, and then she runs away. And then Wolverine says to Jean, no, she's not ready. And it's just because I think Rogue is still conflicted on what she's wanting. I mean, when that little scene with her and Scott, them reading the lines, and she's like, I just wish I could get close to somebody. But then, of course, when Nightcrawler shows up and says, Jean's been kidnapped, and he gets really, really mad. And he even questions, do you know about this? Do you know about this? So maybe they think that Rogue is working for the bad guys. Like, that's because, like, did you know this was going to happen? It's like, well, if I didn't want me to tell you. And then at the end, Kitty even says, well, she's on the dark, icky side or whatever. Maybe we still have to owe her or something. So I'm thinking they know. Like, I think my question has been technically answered, that they do know that something's going on with the principal and Rogue, and then eventually whenever they get to Avalanche popping up in the school, because that hasn't been addressed yet. And again, this is the first time we've seen Kitty in school, right, in this episode, since she's been picked up since episode 2, in terms of her appearing and everything. So I'm assuming the Avalanche stuff's going to come at some point. But I'm guessing they just know. It hasn't been really said to. It hasn't been addressed and said to confirm what they know. So I don't know. But anyways, I had a good time with the episode. It was fun. Third act was crazy, seeing Rogue take out Blob. Obviously, Blob, you know, he's going to be more mad. I'm curious how they're going to handle all these characters, like how they're going to bring forth, like, you know, all the pieces in school, because it's going to make things more and more awkward, for sure. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. I'm curious what you guys thought about this episode. Whatever thoughts you have, guys, please let me know in the comments below. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.